All right. There are certain rules to how Pitt football schedules its games that must be adhered to at all times. For example, when Pitt plays Syracuse, the ball must be kicked off at high noon, 12 noon. That's when the game must start. That's the rule. Been that way for 10 years. Furthermore, when Pitt plays at WVU, this is at WVU, mind you, not in Pittsburgh, mind you, just at WVU, kickoff must be at night. And this pisses me the fuck off. They don't like us down at WVU. They don't like Pitt fans. They don't like Pitt. They like to go tell us to eat fecal matter. Their parking lots, for like all their football games, will open at 7 a.m. This means those jagoffs who hate Pitt will have all day to get all nice and liquored up and lathered up and angry for us to come down there. I'll be there this year again. This will be my 10th backyard brawl. I feel old saying that. I'll be going down. And it would have been much nicer if the game was a noon kickoff and the natives wouldn't have all day to get plastered. Because they're not very nice. They weren't a problem 2 years ago because there were a ton of West Virginia state troopers down there. In the pit sections, there are state troopers all around. Anybody tried anything, they got to deal with them. 4 years ago, it was so cold. Nobody really could do anything. They were so worried about staying warm. I think with the wind chill, it was like minus 20 or something like that. It was ridiculous. 6 years ago stands as the only time I have ever been asked to leave a stadium for a sporting event early. I wasn't thrown out. My ride was thrown out, so I had to leave too. Kind of stunk. So, in 2001, was a day game. The only nice thing about it is, being that it is the day after Thanksgiving, WVU students won't be around. That's good. Well, there won't be as many around. Although I'm sure a lot will be making the day trip back north from where they're from. Downstate or from Western Pennsylvania. I'm not happy with it, but oh well. Oh yeah, Pitt Cincinnati, the game is a noon kickoff. Would have been nice if it was later, but if it was at 3:30, it would have been on TV against the SEC game, the SEC title game. There's no room on ABC at 8 o'clock because they have the Big 12 and ACC games. Kind of was stuck with noon. What can you do? It's not bad. The whole nation will be watching. So yes, ABC in your neighborhood will show the Pitt game, Pitt Cincinnati. One thing that Pitt fans are kind of annoying me with is it seems like a lot of them are looking past West Virginia to Cincinnati. I can't do that. I mean, the backyard brawl is that important. The backyard brawl, it's the next game. And losing to West Virginia just really sucks. So, Pitt needs to win. I think I'm like 5-4 in backyard brawls. That's the thing on record. Yeah. But yeah, Pitt needs to worry about that backyard brawl. No worrying about Cincinnati yet. We know what Cincinnati means. But Cincinnati can wait. Cincinnati's the first friggin' week in December, for Pete's sakes. Yeah, I know it's late November. Doesn't feel like late November. The weather's been really nice. As I said, Pitt is on a bye week this weekend. Kind of stinks. There's no Pitt football this weekend. There's no Pitt basketball either. Wow. Really weird weekend. But there is one team you should cheer for this weekend above all others, in my opinion. You need to cheer for UConn. Yes, UConn. Yes, watching Notre Dame lose. They're playing Notre Dame. UConn's playing Notre Dame this weekend. And yes, Notre Dame losing would be good for the bowl picture because odds are that would bring the Gator Bowl back into play for the Big East. Even though the Gator Bowl doesn't want a Big East team. They're doing anything they can to get Notre Dame, but if Notre Dame's 6-6, they can't take them. And so, if UConn wins, Notre Dame's probably going to finish 6-6. But I'm pulling for UConn for other reasons other than that, too. UConn has had literally a nightmare of a year. With the death of Jasper Howard, their cornerback, this tragic stabbing about a month ago. And the fact that even though they're 4-5, all their losses are by less than a touchdown. I think their biggest loss is by like 5 points or something like that. We only beat them by 3, and we had to come back in the fourth quarter to do that. A couple teams have come back on them in the fourth quarter. One of the problems that UConn has is a lack of depth on defense, and so they get tired real easy. So teams are able to come back on them. Yeah, I want to see UConn win this weekend. Just feel-good story of the year. It's not about the Gator Bowl. Okay, it's a little bit about the Gator Bowl. It's not about wanting to see Charlie Weiss and Notre Dame get embarrassed and run out. I'd rather see Charlie Weiss stay at Notre Dame because that means Pitt's going to beat them for a long, long time. But I just want to see UConn win because, you know what? If any team deserves a win, it's UConn. All right. This is actually a 7-minute video. I can't believe that. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.